A lot to get to this morning, including tracking the possibility of severe weather.
Yep, let's get you straight to meteorologist Colin Myers with an update on the timeline.
Yeah, good morning. Dense fog advisory continues, but that just shows us moisture's coming back. That's the least of our concerns this morning. Be careful if you're out and driving, and be careful if you do run into that. But right now, storms already going up. Line of storms stretching all along I-10. You can see it here. This is the area we're watching for supercell development. Again, we thought the cap last Sunday held pretty well. Today, it is not going to hold, most likely. Even some discussions put out by forecasters shows the cap holding to our south. Well, already it's broken in Wharton County. You see this one cell right here already taking up a shape that is a little more concerning, what we call a kidney bean shape, that shows that activity. So I'm going to clear this off. We're going to put a new track on it. As you're watching right now, you're getting the heads up here. We're going to zoom down towards that cell, as you can see, right near Wharton. Already this storm is showing a little sign of mid-level rotation. That storm is going to be moving mainly east. It may pick up north and east. Thank you guys for showing that. Again, we're using that computer system right here. Again, these storms now continue to move north and east. Let's zoom back to the west. There's also a little rotation just near Hallettsville. So if any of these break out and start to move north, we'll start to watch them. What's going on is this line is moving east, and these storms are encountering steep, low-level winds that are starting to push them up to the north and trying to get them to rotate. So we'll be watching all through this morning. We're waiting for the new Storm Prediction Center outlook here right around 7:30. The slight risk continues. The enhanced risk in our northern counties. Here's the issue. Storms don't follow the lines that we draw, and the Storm Prediction Center does a great job. I think that they were assuming most of this area probably be fairly capped, and then storms develop and move northeast. Now that we have storms developing further to the south, I would expect that probably to be moved further southward. Regardless, most of us should see some strong storms today. This model is slowing things down. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's underestimating the time. So already we have storms going that look like this, 9 a.m., so it's about 2 hours ahead. Here's what happens here. I think we could see storms move into our central counties by about 10 o'clock. At the latest, maybe noon. Certainly our northern counties looks like a heavier threat. I think that's where the greater tornado risk is. But I think most of us could see this activity at least through 2 o'clock, maybe as late as 4 o'clock. And again, those storms are going to be strong in many spots. 80% chance of storms, as you can see there. After that, we see another chance of storms on Wednesday. Those will be strong. Really no change with temperature, unfortunately, because the same air mass really stays over us. We don't see much of a cooler air mass. All right, so get ready for storms today. After about 2 o'clock, this should clear out. We look quite a bit nicer. But again, we'll be tracking storms for you all morning on ABC 13 and ABC13.com. Also during Good Morning America, we'll have weather cut-ins as well. We'll keep you guys posted and live updates with radar as well.
We're learning more details this morning about a tragic shooting in San Marcos. A police officer was shot and killed while responding to a domestic disturbance call last night.
2917 Hunter Road, apartment 35, officers down. We need more.
Police say officers responded to an apartment complex just after 6 p.m. When they got there, the suspect ambushed them with a rifle. Again, one officer was killed. 2 others were hurt and taken to a nearby hospital where they went through surgery. Police say the suspect died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The officer who was killed has not yet been identified. In a statement posted on Twitter, Governor Greg Abbott offered his condolences to the officers, saying in part, quote, "Our hearts are heavy tonight. Join Cecilia and me in keeping these officers in our prayers." New this morning, 2 young children taken to the hospital after a car crashed into a gas line. That crash sent flames shooting into the air. ABC 13's Micah Hatfield joins us now live from that scene on East Mount Houston near Vickery. Micah, what can you tell us?
Hey, good morning, Erica. Well, there were 4 people total in the car. 2 of them were children. We're told by Harris County deputies that the car they were in crashed into a ditch, hit a gas line. It immediately ignited. Fortunately, the deputies tell us that the people inside of the car only had cuts. They were taken to the hospital. But just take a look at this video that we got right after this happened. It happened around midnight on East Mount Houston, right off of the East Tex Freeway. You can see the car in the ditch, just feet away from those flames. The sheriff's office believes the car was headed west, crossed the center line, tried to overcorrect, and ended up in the ditch. The bad part is there was a 2-inch gas line where the car landed, and they hit it. It immediately ignited.
The power has been turned off, or it was kicked off in this whole direction, so we're not worried about the gas igniting the electric lines. Problem there.
It looks like you're probably going to have to wait on the energy company to turn off the gas.
Centrepointe Electric's on scene.
So Centrepointe is still out here. It does look like they're wrapping up. This has been going on for several hours now. It does, like I said, appear that they're wrapping up. The road east Mount Houston, right off of 59, just to the west of it, has been closed ever since this crash. All of the electricity is also out in this area, so that means no traffic lights, no street lights. So if you're heading out and about, make sure you avoid this area because it hasn't been too much of an issue so far because it's been so early and there haven't been too many people out, but those lights do remain out this morning. In North Harris County, Micah Hatfield, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Messy situation there. Micah, thanks. Well, new this morning, police trying to determine who shot and killed a man who was found dead in the middle of a southwest Houston street. This happened around 6 last night on O'Hara and Whitten. Police say the victim's friend called 911 for help, but it was just too late.
Yes, we are looking for one suspect right now.
Was he driving something? Did he run away? Do you know?
We believe he was driving a black pickup truck, newer model. Other than that, dark tinted windows and a loud exhaust.
Police say the victim is a Hispanic man in his mid-30s. Officers will be out this morning trying to see if any cameras in that neighborhood caught anything. If you have any information, you're urged to call Crime Stoppers. The latest now on COVID-19 numbers. Texas ranks 10th in the nation for the number of coronavirus cases, but is dead last in testing. In Southeast Texas, we crossed the 7,000 mark for confirmed COVID-19 cases this weekend. 138 people in our area alone have died from the virus. Statewide, there have been 476 known deaths, but we can also tell you more than 4,800 patients have recovered.
Researchers from Harvard University say the United States must almost quadruple its coronavirus testing to safely reopen the economy. The goal should be at least 500,000 tests a day in the nation. Right now, that number is closer to 150,000. Harvard researchers say the percentage of positive tests is currently too high, about 20%, meaning the U.S. does not have a firm grasp on this crisis.
Starting tomorrow, restrictions set in place to prevent the spread of the virus will start to ease here in Texas.
Tomorrow, state parks can open back up. On Wednesday, surgery restrictions will be lifted. On Friday, retail stores will start being able to take to-go orders from customers. On April 27th, Governor Abbott will announce additional openings. The current statewide stay-at-home order expires April 30th.
Well, dogs have been used for decades to sniff out drugs, bombs, and even cancer.
Yep, but now a team of British researchers are hoping their keen sense of smell can actually help detect COVID-19. The London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine recently discovered canines can detect malaria infections in humans, and they are investigating whether the same is true for COVID-19. Researchers say the study will take about 6 weeks. If successful, these dogs could soon be deployed in airports or other public areas to screen people for the virus, up to 250 per hour.